We're going straight up here. You can't see it. We're doing the Manana, spelled like manana, but obviously it's not manana. Manana Ridge up to the Oahu summit. 10.3 miles, 2834 feet of elevation gain. Apparently this one gets pretty messy, and there's a lot of comments saying there's really sharp plants, so I'm wearing pants. I had another nail fall off, by the way, this morning. So anyway, it's about 6:35. We're gonna get our gear on, and the weather does not look as nice as yesterday, so hopefully we don't get rained on. So we've had a very tame approach on a road, which is still kind of a road, and I would have gone up here. But there's a lot of little like hill ridges where the trail just bypasses, so misting. It's probably not a good sign for later. Here you go. Now we have a Manana trail. So this is marked. I don't know how popular this is, but there are some comments. Not a ton. A little downs, which I guess that's going to be adding to your vert on the way up. So maybe it's not that much vert. It's kind of more open than I was expecting. It's like these long flat ridges. You can see the one over there. They like barely go up until maybe you get real close. So yeah, like not heading up very steeply. And you have no idea where you're going. You can't see the top. It's also buried in dark clouds, so this could be a messy one, folks. So as I've seen with other hikes, there are these shade structures. Here's one with a little fire pit, picnic bench. It says no camping, I think, but this is a lot more exposed than I was expecting for some reason. Just because the other hikes, even when I've been on a ridge, I've been in pretty dense cover and foliage. So all very easy so far. We're not even 2 miles in, but just small little ups and downs. Very easy hiking. You could, run a lot of it too. Not that I'm necessarily doing that, but yeah, so far very pleasant. In case you weren't sure where to go, there's an arrow on a log. More drops. I'm assuming we're going right up this little drop. Yeah, the weather's definitely worse up there, so I hope this doesn't turn into a major slop fest. So far it's fine, even though it's misting, but I am pretty much soaked at this point. Small. I've had to brush through some of these. I think they're ferns. I don't think they're sharp though, so at this point, I wouldn't say you need pants, but. All right, that was just a messy kind of bushwhacky section. And the reason you're all wet on some of these hikes is because just the plants have water all over them, so then you brush against them, and now I'm soaked. My shoes are soaked, my socks are soaked. Kind of annoying. Oh look, we have our first strap. This is incredibly messy. It's giving me vibes of the first hike that I didn't complete. Not as bad, but yeah, it's kind of like that. It's not very fun. You're just constantly brushing against stuff. There's more of a trail than that first hike I did. That was incredibly primitive, but this isn't far behind. So yeah, I don't know, this isn't fun hiking to me. Like, I like steep, scrambly, where you can exert yourself, but when you're just worried about not slipping, and this is fine too, it's a little more open, but anyway, let's get all the water off so it doesn't go on top of me. But yeah, headed up, starting to get steeper. I don't know. I'm not gonna look at my map because I'm gonna be disappointed. Maybe 3 miles in. All right, the weather is taking a turn for the worse. It's raining harder. Starting to slop through a lot of mud. Thinking about calling this one too. It's just not gonna have any views. The weather's awful. It's getting worse. The terrain's getting worse. It's just, there's deep mud everywhere. And I don't understand why some places in the island there are, and then others there aren't. Especially when it was nice yesterday, I think, everywhere. So, yeah, this is just turning into a slop fest. I was hopeful for like some cool technical sections, but it's not that. It's just a mess. Yeah, sorry boys and girls. It's not fun to just be in the mud and the pouring rain, especially when you're not gonna have any views. So, I mean, it's not like the skill has anything to do with it. So, yeah. Am I going down the right way? Unsure. I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's this way. It's just so brushy. You can't even see where to go. Slightly just lightened up at least. But yeah, just completely soaked to the bone. So anyway, sorry. We gotta decide if the weather's gonna be like this, we might have to take just like a rest day and go to the gym and stuff. So I still got some big ones to do. I only have a couple more days, so I might have to pick and choose which ones. If I'm canceling some today. Look, we have a mini rainbow. The weather gets nicer the more I go down. It's just bad up there. So it's actually stopped raining. I'm about to have, I think, what is gonna be a steep descent. I've slipped multiple times. I'm all muddy on my backside. I think this is the steep. This is kind of gonna be steep here, and I mean, this mud, you just have no traction. Uh-oh, at least there's some semblance of steps in the mud. Oh, I totally missed this on the way up. There's a mile 2.5 sign. So yeah, I was probably slightly over 3 miles, I'm gonna guess. I mean, this is incredibly slow terrain, but I totally missed that on the way up. So I never saw a 3-mile one, but I suppose I could have missed that too. But I think I was probably a little over 3 miles just based on this 2.5 sign and what I think I've come from my turnaround. So if I was closer to 4, I think I would have toughed it out. But when the miles are clicking off at 45, 50 minutes in this type of terrain, it's kind of miserable to be in this weather for 3 hours or more on those top couple miles each way. Rainbow. More rainbows for y'all. I might actually try to take a picture here, see if my phone works. I must say, the rainbow is pretty nice. It was just much stronger, so I took another picture. So, since it was getting nicer out down lower, I was observing some trees. These are like, I don't know what this is. This bark is like really cool. It's like soft. You can like press into it, and it's got all these different layers, like paper mache or something. So I don't know what kind of trees these are. Okay, so we're back to this junction where we should go that way, but apparently there is a Waimano waterfall, 3/4 of a mile, and I looked on the map and that looks about right. We have to descend, but since this was a bus going to the summit, we might as well go check out a waterfall, right? So salvage a little bit of this hike at least. Well, they got ropes on this descent, surprisingly. I didn't think it was going to be that steep. I mean, it's not, but maybe if it were muddy. It is very rooty, as you can see. So yeah, there's all sorts of ropes leading you down. So we got to drop a decent amount. I'd imagine 300 or 400 feet at least in this 3/4 mile. So this is a lot of descent, by the way. Super steep. I'm not even sure where to go. And I passed a group of 2, and now I think, man, yeah, this is super. I think I want to go this way, but it's super wet and potentially sketch, I suppose. You're not near any edges, but I think I want to head this way. And I hear more voices, I think, somewhere. So I guess it's a popular little hike to do. Hopefully we're going the right way. There's a pink ribbon. Yeah, I must say, this is no joke of a little descent. It's very wet and muddy. The rocks are very slippery. And it's pretty steep. This is way more than 300 or 400 feet, I think. I'm hearing water, so I think we're getting close. There's red ribbons marking the way. So, but yeah, you can just see how rocky and rooty it is, and definitely lots of slip potential. This could get a little treacherous here. These rocks are so slick. Oh yeah, look at this pool of water. Okay, let's use this. But yeah, this is not, this rock is like ice. Man, not as easy a stroll as I expected to have down to a little waterfall. But I think it's gonna be worth it here. So it's like a series, I guess it's like probably a series of little baby falls. There must be a bigger one up there. Yeah, up there is gonna be a bigger one, so I don't know if I need to swim or should have gone up on the cliff. I probably should have gone up over there. There's a rope swing here. All right, so I've climbed back up, and there's kind of a used trail. So I think this is taking us to the top of the bigger falls. So I don't know if there's a way, maybe I had to swim. Yeah, so I was just down way at the bottom there, below that rope. So I don't know how you easily traverse around, but yeah, you can go up to the top here. Yeah, this is major slip territory where you could just slip right off. So yeah, I want to be careful here. But yeah, it's a cool little creek. Could play in the water. Those pools do look pretty cool. But yeah, this is a fairly big waterfall. Unsure of the, so somehow, I don't know, it looks hard to get to this intermediate pool area. Okay, we're working our way down here. We got a little rope. All right, here's the main attraction, I guess. Waimano Falls. Well, as I saw on the descent, this ascent is no joke. It's super steep a lot of the way. I mean, you don't need the ropes. It's kind of like a route maze. The routes guide you, or you could just step straight up them like this. But yeah, we're hammering up. I don't think I have much more to go before it flattens out. There's some steps higher up, and then it starts to flatten out. But yeah, this is not light work by any means. Woo! Weather's still bad up there, so I still don't feel bad about turning around. Got, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of a mile left. there's several groups heading into presumably the falls. I'm sure there's a ton of hikes out here. The only hikes I know, I literally just filtered by strenuous on all trails. Those are all the ones I'm doing, plus some recommended ones from a friend who lives here, used to live here. Like those pillbox ones and stuff. Those obviously aren't strenuous, or Cocoa Crater. So yeah, that's how I picked out all these hikes. I filtered by strenuous on all trails and am combining some of them. So yeah. All right, and we're back. There's a lot of people heading out that way. Like I said, presumably all of the waterfalls. Got my chicken friends. Woo. Whoop. I don't even look at the time. It is nicer. It is still misting. It's obviously nicer down here, but it still looks pretty miserable up high. So again, I'll take a partial L